What if everything you believed in was just an illusion? What if the walls that kept you safe were really a prison? In the shadow of a ruined world, where machines worship forgotten gods, one question echoes louder than any other. Who am I? This is the story of Ergo Proxy, the anime that dared to ask what it means to have a soul. Released in 2006 by Studio Manglobe, the same team behind Samurai Champloo, Ergo Proxy is a cyberpunk psychological thriller that mixes mystery, philosophy, and existential dread. It's one of those rare anime that doesn't explain everything. It expects you to feel lost, confused, probably enlightened, maybe. But if you stick with it, Ergo Proxy offers a journey worth taking. The world has ended. What's left of humanity now lives inside isolated domes, protected from a toxic Earth. One such dome is Romdeau, a pristine, emotionless city where every move is watched and every thought is measured. People are told what to do, what to believe, what to forget. Alongside humans live androids called auto-rivs, mechanical servants that act human, speak like humans, and sometimes feel more than humans. When these auto-rivs begin contracting the mysterious cogito virus, they start developing self-awareness, and that's when everything begins to unravel. From the very first episode, Ergo Proxy sets a heavy tone. Silence speaks louder than dialogue. The city is cold, emotionless. The outside world, even worse. A graveyard of lost civilizations, poisoned skies, and broken gods. At the center of this world is Real Mayor, a city inspector, sharp-witted and no-nonsense. She's cold, but not unfeeling. Driven, but deeply curious. When a proxy, a mysterious godlike being, attacks her in her home, Real begins to question everything she thought was true. Then there's Vincent Law, a quiet immigrant from a lower social class. At first, he seems ordinary, maybe even weak, but Vincent's past hides a secret so massive it shatters his entire identity. His journey becomes one of self-discovery, not just of where he came from, but of what he really is. And finally, Pinot, a small auto-riv programmed to be childlike. As her programming begins to evolve, she becomes something more. Innocent, curious, and oddly emotional. Pinot often feels like the most human character in the entire series. Together, these three represent different parts of a fragmented soul. Logic, memory, innocence. All searching for meaning in a world that forgot how. The title, Ergo Proxy, itself is a clue. From the Latin phrase, cogito ergo sum, I think, therefore I am. That idea, made famous by René Descartes, is at the heart of this anime. If thinking proves existence, what happens when your thoughts are not your own? When memories are artificial and identity is programmed? Ergo Proxy doesn't just explore artificial intelligence, it explores what it means to be human. Are we defined by our past, our pain, our purpose? Proxies, strange, powerful beings created by humanity, were meant to be gods, custodians, but they're flawed, lost, just like the people who made them. These aren't just monsters of the week. Each proxy is a reflection of human philosophy, identity, fear, death, control. Every episode becomes a riddle, every journey a metaphor. Visually, Ergo Proxy is stunning. It's dark, not just in color, but in spirit. The heavy shadows, the grainy textures, the sterile, washed out cityscapes. Everything feels designed to make the music blends haunting melodies with ambient noise. Even silence is used as a weapon. Others labelled it too slow, too confusing, too weird. Over time, Ergo Proxy built a cult following. Today, it's praised as a masterpiece of psychological storytelling, often compared to serial experiments Lane, textualize, and even Playboy. What makes it timeless isn't just the mystery, it's the message. In a world that often feels as artificial as Romdeau, where identity is curated and feelings are filtered, Ergo Proxy asks, what makes you real? Is it memory, pain, thought? Or is it the choice to keep going, even when everything inside you feels like it's breaking apart? Ergo Proxy isn't for everyone, but maybe that's the point. It's not meant to be understood on the first watch, or maybe even the second. It's meant to be felt, like a dream